Mary Quant OBE, FCSD, RDI is a fashion designer and British fashion icon. She became an instrumental figure in the 1960s London-based mod and youth fashion movements. She was one of the designers who took credit for the miniskirt and hot pants, and by promoting these and other fun fashions she encouraged young people to dress to please themselves and to treat fashion as a game. Ernestine Carter, an authoritative and influential fashion journalist of the 1950s and 60s, wrote, "It is given to a fortunate few to be born at the right time, in the right place, with the right talents." In recent fashion there are three: Chanel, Dior, and Mary Quant. Early life: Quant was born in Blackheath, southeast London, on 11 February 1934, the daughter of Welsh teachers. Her parents, Jack and Mary Quant, were both from mining families. They had been awarded scholarships to grammar school and had both attained first-class degrees at Cardiff University, before moving to London to work as school teachers. Quant went to Blackheath High School, then studied illustration at Goldsmiths College. After gaining a diploma in art education from Goldsmiths, Quant began an apprenticeship at Eric, a high-end Mayfair milliner on Brook Street next door to the Claridge's Hotel. She met her future husband and business partner, Alexander Plunkett Green, in 1953. They were married from 1957 until his death in 1990, and had a son, Orlando. Fashion career. Early career: in November 1955, Quant and Plunkett Green teamed up with a photographer and former solicitor, Archie McNair, to open Quant's first shop on the King's Road in London called Bazaar, above Alexander's, a basement restaurant run by Plunkett Green. In 1957, they opened the second branch of Bazaar, which was designed by Terence Conran. Successful designs from this early period included small white plastic collars to brighten up sweaters and dresses, bright stockings in colors matched to her knitwear, men's cardigans made long enough to be worn as dresses, and a pair of mad lounging pajamas made by Quant herself, which were featured in Harper's Bazaar and purchased by an American manufacturer to copy. Following this, Quant decided to design and make more of the clothes she stocked, instead of buying in stock. Initially working solo, she was soon employing a handful of machinists, and by 1966 she was working with 18 manufacturers concurrently. For a while in the late 1950s and very early 1960s, Quant was one of only two London-based high-end designers consistently offering youthful clothes for young people. The other was Kay Byrne, a former Bazaar employee who opened her boutique on the King's Road in direct competition with her former employer. Quant and the miniskirt, described as one of the defining fashions of the 1960s, is one of the garments most widely associated with Quant. Whilst she is often cited as the inventor of the style, this claim has been challenged by others. Marit Allen, a contemporary fashion journalist and editor of the influential Young Ideas pages for UK Vogue, firmly stated that John Bates, rather than Quant or Andrew copyright Coleridge's, was the original creator of the miniskirt. Others credit Coleridge's with the invention of the style. However, skirts had been getting shorter since the 1950s, a development Mary Quant considered practical and liberating, allowing women the ability to run for a bus. Quant later said it was the girls on the King's Road who invented the mini. "I was making easy, youthful, simple clothes, in which you could move, in which you could run and jump, and we would make them the length the customer wanted. I wore them very short and the customers would say, 'Shorter, shorter.'" She gave the miniskirt its name, naming it after her favorite make of car, the Mini. In addition to the miniskirt, Quant is often credited with inventing the colored and patterned tights that tended to accompany the garment, although their creation is also attributed to the Spanish couturier Krista Cubed Balenciaga, who offered Harlequin patterned tights in 1962, or to John Bates. Later career: in the late 1960s, Quant popularized hot pants, becoming a British fashion icon. Through the 1970s and 1980s she concentrated on household goods and makeup, rather than just her clothing lines, including the duvet which she claims to have invented. In 1988, Mary Quant designed the interior of the Mini Designer. It featured black and white striped seats with red trimming. The seat belts were red, and the driving and passenger seats had Quant signature on the upper left quadrant. The steering wheel had Quant signature Daisy and the bonnet badge had Mary Quant written over the signature name. The headlight housings, wheel arches, door handles and bumpers were all Nimbus grey, rather than the more common chrome or black finishes. 2000 were released in the UK on June 15, 1988, and a number were also released onto foreign markets. However, the numbers for these are hard to come by. The special edition Mini came in two body colors, jet black and diamond white. She is also a Fellow of the Chartered Society of Designers, and winner of the Minerva Medal, the Society's highest award. In 2000, she resigned as director of Mary Quant Limited, her cosmetics company, after a Japanese buyout. There are over 200 Mary Quant color shops in Japan, where Quant fashions continue to enjoy popularity. Awards. In 1963 Quant was the first winner of the Dress of the Year award. In 1966 she was appointed OBE for her outstanding contribution to the fashion industry. She arrived at Buckingham Palace to accept the award in a cream wool jersey mini dress with blue facings. In 1990 she won the Hall of Fame award of the British Fashion Council. Books by Quant, 1966, Quant by Quant OBE her first autobiography, 1984, Color by Quant, 1986, Quant on Makeup, 1999 Classic Makeup and Beauty Book, 2011 Mary Quant, Autobiographer OBE her second autobiography. See also, Daisy, doll designed by Quant, references. External links, Mary Quant at the Fashion Model Directory, Film and Television Credits, Mary Quant at the Victoria and Albert Museum, London Access June, 3. 2010. Mary Quant, Miniskirt, Icons of England.